welcome to Hops and Highways, your weekly newscast dedicated to the road building industry. My name is Jessica Lombardo and I'm editor of Asphalt Contractor Magazine. As you can see, today we are not filming from my basement. We're actually filming live in Nashville at Tailgate Brewery. And with me today is Amy Schwantz. She is publisher of Asphalt Contractor Magazine. And we also have Sandy Draper, who is director of Inside Sales Operations at Workin America. And so we usually start off the show by talking about what beers we're drinking, but we do have to mention our koozie winner from last week. It was Matthew Huddle with Payne and Dolan. So congratulations to Matthew. We're going to be mailing your koozie out next week. You can enter the koozie giveaway again on our website, CoreConstructionPros.com, and we'll be posting a link to that video later tonight. So today I am drinking a strawberry blonde lager from Tailgate Brewery, where we are today, and it's really full-bodied. I don't really drink lagers normally, but it's delicious. So Amy, what kind of beer did you choose today?
Today I have a hazy IPA, capital G, here from Tailgate Brewery, and we are very excited to be live in Nashville with a huge fan base.
Woo!
Yes! Sandy, what about you?
Today I'm drinking a Hell's Pilsner here from Tailgate Brewery. Very light and mild, just like I like it. And ladies, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. We are missing Dormy back home. Dormy, we wish you were here. We wish Amy and Gabby were here, our friends, our groupies. But we're happy to have our live audience. So today we're going to dive into an issue everybody's talking about, labor and the struggle to find labor in the industry. But we're going to talk about the opportunities that this industry can provide people who are seeking these careers in construction, and the lifelong opportunities that people like Sandy have had in the industry just by picking up a career here. So Sandy, why don't you start by talking to us today about how you started in the industry, how your career has kind of changed, and what your current role is at Workin America.
Okay, so I guess about 30 years ago I took a job in Oklahoma City, that's where I'm from, at a company called CMI. I was there for a couple of years and wound up leaving. The economy in Oklahoma City was really bad. So I was offered an entry-level position here at Workin America. To be exact, I started out answering the phones. That was 29 years ago this April. So
29 years.
29 years. I started when I was 10, okay?
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But 29 years ago, I started out answering the phones, and things have just kind of evolved. At this point, my team is responsible for everything from ordering the machines from the factory, getting them customs cleared, and end result, getting them out to the customer.
Okay.
Well, we are going to cheers to you and to your 29 years in this industry.
Thank you very
Cheers
much.
to you. We know you do so much for charitable organizations and a lot for Workin, so happy to have you here and part of the industry for us.
You're very welcome. I'm happy to be here.
And with that, you know, so much in the industry has changed. Even I had to figure this out. I'm entering my 17th year in the industry and with Asphalt Contractor. And there's been so many advancements with technology, and work is being completed more efficiently, and in the end result is even a better product. So how has the industry changed since you've been involved?
Well, in 29 years, it's changed quite a bit, okay? Everything from the evolution of the technology itself to the ability, the machines are easier to operate, they're cleaner, they're more fuel efficient, and the level of training you can get to get people started from the ground up and get them a career inside this industry.
Yeah, I mean, what are you seeing outside of what you guys are doing, and please share with that, but how manufacturers are working to adapt to all of these changes?
Well, again, you've got the technology, which I know everyone is focusing on their own proprietary technology. You've got the training. I think you guys have both been to our CTT,
Yep.
our Center for Training and Technology.
Beautiful facility.
We do everything there from service-based training, teaching someone how to operate a machine, teaching them how to service a machine, and ultimately troubleshoot it and fix it. So I think between the technology and the ergonomics. I mean, my God, these machines are nice as cars now. They've really come a long way.
The training needs to be so much more advanced, right?
The training has got, the training's got to be more advanced, but I think at this point it's easier because everything's easier to operate.
Yeah.
And it's really making that end user experience better for the operator, because people aren't going to do the jobs if they're not comfortable in their jobs, if they're not comfortable in the machine that they're operating. So that's really where manufacturers are focusing and help moving the industry forward too.
You'll see with all the machines now, like I said, with the ergonomics, how comfortable they are. Here, the Hom rollers have Richard Evan calls it the big gulp holder. It's got actually a cup holder in there for your drinks.
Yes.
Some of these machines even have heat and air in them, cabs and canopies. So they've come a long ways.
I feel like there's so many more, like the frequency of the updates is so much greater than it had previously been, right? There's always something new coming.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. There's always something going on, whether it's a change in the software, a change in the technology, a change in even the technology and what the customers can use at their own companies. You know, we provide a program called WeTos. Our customers are actually utilizing that to see where their machine is, how often it's been operating, what kind of, making sure their people are out doing everything they need to be doing.
And everything is to make sure that that end road is being built more efficiently, more productively, and with the operator in mind, like we talked about. So I know, since I entered the industry just 7 years ago, how many opportunities I've been given. I've got to travel, I've made so many new friends, and it's just been a really eye-opening opportunity for me that I never thought I would have. So what opportunities have you been given in the industry that you don't think that you would have had you gone into a different role or a different industry?
Well, let me say this. I was very lucky to start with Wirtgen when I did. When I went on there were 20 employees. We grew so quick that I had to go in and basically just start learning things. I mean, we had this growth period. We needed to come up. And I just was doing everything on the fly. If there was something I wanted to get involved in, I just started doing it. No one told me not to. So I was able to gain a lot of different.
I wouldn't let it tell you no.
No.
Right. I was able to gain a lot of different experience and get involved in a lot of things. One of the things that I was able to do at Wirtgen America, and you two know it about me, I love live events.
Yes.
All right? I love charitable events. I love fundraising. I love all kinds of live events, getting everyone together. That is one thing that has definitely made me happy. Again, I've been able to do a lot of work with charities. I've gotten a lot of support from Wirtgen on that. But also, look at the traveling I've done. I mean, I've been to Germany. I've been basically everywhere in Germany enough times where I am comfortable going there and know places I want to go. And not to mention the friends. I've made a lot of great friends in this industry.
Yes, let's cheers to all of our friends in the industry. Cheers,
Cheers.
everyone. Yes!
You know, speaking of opportunities, what do you suggest, you know, with workforce development being such a key thing that we're all focusing on? You know, a lot of companies are struggling to find workers, right? And promoting the industry and the opportunity and the jobs and what we're just talking about, the relationships and the foundation that you can build and really build a career. You started answering phones and now look at you, you're running huge events for the company.
I'm
That's
a big
amazing.
deal. I'm a big deal.
She's a big deal. She's a big deal. So, like, how do you think that we, me, you, our friends next door, manufacturers, contractors alike, can promote this industry and what it has to offer?
Well, I think some of the organizations we're all involved with have done that. You know, NAPA obviously focusing on the women of asphalt. I think the main thing is getting the word out there that it's not 30 years ago where you're walking behind a machine with a shovel, you know, in 100-degree heat. But I think anything we can do in the way of, I know we do this, we work with trade schools, technical schools. We've also been very fortunate. We've had people like Mike Rowe come out and talk about we need more people in these trades jobs.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, we need to keep doing what we've been doing. We need to get our word out there. We need to take every opportunity we can with the trade schools. And any opportunity just to introduce women and other groups that normally might wouldn't come to a job like this. One, it's very well paying, okay? And it's a lot easier to learn now than what a lot of people would think.
I agree. I mean, we launched Hops and Highways as another way to connect people in the industry, and I think there's a lot of opportunities virtually as well right now while we're going through this.
Yeah.
And everybody, I mean, there's so many groups that you can be involved in, and everybody has each other's backs in the industry. They really do, and they're willing to help out to make the efficiencies be greater. So
That's one thing I think too that is really cool is you see all these groups that have Facebook groups or they're on YouTube or whatever, but everyone in our industry, they're talking how to work smarter, quicker, and obviously save money. At the end of the day, everything needs to be faster and cost less.
yes. Very
And
true.
everything that we're doing is trying to move the industry forward and trying to better the industry. Hops and Highways, all the industry, especially the Asphalt Life groups, we're very active in those groups. We want to make sure that the industry knows, like, we're here to help with anything that they need. So Hops and Highways is exciting for me. It's something that I never thought that I would be doing. There are a lot of other exciting opportunities that I've had. So what's one thing that you've learned over the years in the industry that surprised you?
Wow. Surprise. Good question.
Drinking beer. It's
Surprise.
kind of right after.
We're drinking beer on camera. Let's
in the
do
middle
that.
of the day. That's a surprise. No, listen, all kidding aside, I think the main surprise that I've had in the industry is kind of something we've already touched on. They're very tight-knit. Okay?
Yes.
It's not uncommon. You've seen it. We'll go to an event. You'll have two people sitting at the same table breaking bread that you know are fierce competitors, but they still rely on one another and talk to each other.
I think it's so neat to not only see that, but from my experience too, you develop such great roots because it is a smaller industry, growing, absolutely. Road building and infrastructure is very important. We know this, but it's, there's people that would go to the ends of the earth for each other just professionally.
Absolutely.
And I don't know that there's very many other industries that do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I never would have imagined it. I mean, I have a very good group of friends that I've made in this industry.
Well, I'm glad to be your friend.
I'm glad you are too.
You notice I called you my friend. You didn't really call me yours.
Yeah, we're
That's
besties, Amy.
Okay.
Okay.
So, with that, like, what is your favorite thing about this industry? Besides, close friends, tight-knit, yes, but is it the opportunities? What is it? Is it that you even found it in yourself to start, like you said, answering phones and building your way up and utilizing your resources? What would...
Well, if I'm being honest, I probably would not have seen myself here today. Okay, I basically got into it just as an opportunity to take a job. I didn't know that I would go this far in it or stay this long. So I think at the end of the day, the main things for me has been the support I've received from the big boss to go and do what I want to do, to empower me to go in and make some changes that have been positive on the company. I think the other thing is I like mechanical things, all right? I like a fancy car with a lot of gadgets. I don't use probably 75% of them, but I like knowing I have them.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah, same.
I like equipment. I like cool things. I mean, I grew up driving pickup trucks, shooting guns, that kind of stuff, so I like to go out and drive heavy road machinery when I can.
That's fun.
That's fierce.
That's a lot of fun.
I love that.
So last question we have for you today is the one that we ask all of our attendees on Hops and Highways. Like, what is the one thing you cannot wait to get back to doing once this pandemic ends?
Concerts.
Yeah.
Concerts.
Nashville is the hub.
If you could pick any concert, what would you go to right now?
I don't want to do that, but I'll tell you the last one I went to.
Okay, let's do that.
Miranda Lambert. It was a really good one.
We saw that show.
Yeah.
It was great.
But listen,
Fan
seriously.
club! Can we get some Miranda?
Oh, cheers.
All kidding aside, as a public service announcement, everyone out there, if you have friends that like to go to concerts, you need to check on them. We are not okay. All right?
100%.
Right?
Do you want to do a mosh pit when we're done here? Like,
No, let's go to
No.
karaoke and just have our own
No,
concert.
I don't want to do a mosh pit. I'm not interested in going to the emergency room.
Okay. All right.
Well, that is all we have for today's episode of Hops and Highways. We want to thank everybody who's watching online and thank our first live audience. As a reminder, the Hops and Highways koozies entry form is still open and ready, so you can go online and enter that for next week's winner. And congratulations again to this week's winner, Matt from Cayman Dolan. We'll be contacting you to get your information to send that koozie out. So thanks everybody for joining us, and stay safe out there, and cheers.
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 Bye-bye.
Tailgaters Brewery.
Watch Hops and Highways live every Friday at 3 p.m. on Asphalt Contractors' Facebook page, or catch the replay on forconstructionpros.com/videos.